This video is going to be jam-packed with crazy news, so you're gonna want to stick all the way through, because right now something very strange is happening with gold and silver. Honestly, it's pretty unbelievable. Central banks may have been accumulating 15 times more gold than they officially reported in the first half of 2026. The World Gold Council showed 244 tons moving, but only 16 tons were actually disclosed. And at the same time, we have talk of the 50-year gold convertible treasury bonds, Trump calling for Fort Knox audits, new legislation demanding gold reserve transparency, even the US Mint announcing their extremely limited 250th anniversary products, with massive bets on gold hitting $20,000. And while all of this is happening, central banks are accumulating more gold than ever around the world, gold surpassing treasuries the first time since the 1960s as the #1 reserve asset. Institutional money keeps flowing into gold, central banks keep stacking, silver sitting right in the middle of all of this while everything is happening. And with all that said, that's still barely scratching the surface with how much jam-packed news and information we have to cover in this video. So hopefully by the end you feel a little smarter, a little more informed, or at least entertained. With that said, let's jump into it.
The silver market moves fast, but prices move even faster. Subscribe to Silver Slayer for daily updates.
Like I said, folks, we have a lot to cover in this video, so we're going to jump straight into it. I do want to say, if you want a chance to win a Silver Eagle today, actually, go join the Patreon. It's patreon.com/silverslayer. On the 31st or the end of the month, every single month, I do a giveaway over there. It's a spin the wheel. Everyone gets a chance to win. Also on the Patreon page called the Secret Silver Society, we have a live chat. You know, people can post pictures in there, post their stack. You could DM me directly, talk to other people, exclusive content. Plus, at the end of the month, you have a chance to win silver. So go join that. May luck you stack or win. Gold revaluation signal intensify. Hidden central bank buying, $20,000 pricing clues, and policy shifts converge. Evidence mounts as central banks accumulate gold off books. $20,000 signals emerge. Policymakers quietly prepare for potential systemic reset in new global monetary order. This came out today, by the way, so fresh off the press. Wow, there's a lot to discuss today as usual, and he is definitely right. So central banks accumulated an estimated 15.25 times more gold in the first quarter of 2026 than officially reported. The World Gold Council shows 244 tons versus just 16 tons disclosed, with the remainder visible in trade flows. And Judy Shelton's proposal for the 50-year gold convertible treasury trust bonds targeted for a July 4th, 2026 launch, which is right around the corner. Donald Trump's repeated public calls for a full physical audit of Fort Knox gold reserves. This is the part that scares us all. Firstly, anything Trump says is always highly suspicious. This guy does not like Trump. I mean, what can you say? Secondly, who knows what the fiat overlords have done with the gold? Thirdly, with all the gold the USA steals from other countries like Iraq, Ukraine, Libya, Venezuela, I am in the camp that believes there is at least 2 to 3 times more gold there than rumored. Who knows? The Gold Reserve Transparency Act, which is H.R. 3795, mandating periodic independent audits of U.S. gold holdings, which is very interesting because this is also coinciding with the Silver Act, which is H.R. 8007, which is the System Integrity Through License Vault Expansion and Resilience Act. And it's basically telling the COMEX that they need to expand out, or I guess they're questioning why all of the physical vaults are within a 150-mile radius of the New York COMEX, and that if we expanded out and had vaults in other areas of the country, it would reduce storage costs, and for national security purposes, it's a lot safer, because what if something were to happen at the New York COMEX, or there was, you know, whatever the case is. So that is the Silver Act, trying to get other vaults approved around the country. So, you know, both gold and silver being expected for the physical metals. The U.S. Mint's 250th anniversary gold products There's a mintage of 2026 priced, that's funny, 2026, priced in a way many interpret as a signaling dramatically higher gold valuations. That's a crazy low mintage, by the way. Um, so surging open interest in deep out of the money gold call options, including $20,000 strike bets. Treasury Secretary Bessent referencing monetization of the asset aside of the U.S. balance sheet. Federal Reserve research examining historical gold revaluation precedents across the global monetary systems. Continued large-scale institutional capital flows into gold alongside sustained central bank accumulation trends. So yeah, here is the $20,000 signal. Time horizons of 5 years, silver from 20 to 60. It's a 3x move. Gold from 1700 to 4000, a 2.5x move. And gold's recent move, chopping from 4000 to 4500, has already pushed markets into unfamiliar territory, but a far more provocative signal is emerging beneath the surface: the appearance of $20,000 gold pricing in both official and derivatives markets. A coin or a clue? And you could, wow, look at those prices. So the US Mint's release of the limited 250th anniversary gold coin priced at nearly $20,000 has eyebrows raised. On its face, the premium appears extreme, even by collector standards. Yet at the same time, option markets are quietly seeing increased interest in $20,000 strike gold calls. This parallel is difficult to dismiss as coincidence. I mean, I still think it could be coincidence. If it's not, or even if it is, it's not that big of a deal, even if it's not a coincidence. But for seasoned observers, the question is not whether gold is worth 20K, but why multiple signals are converging around that number. Now, I think this is a little reach to say, like, oh, they're signaling or hinting to $20,000. I mean, maybe I don't know. 2026, like a mintage of 2026, anything is crazy, but especially for the 250th year anniversary. um I, I I honestly, I wouldn't expect it to be that high, but also I'm not surprised, if that makes sense. So, where trust starts to shift. The answer may lie in a broader structural shift, gradual erosion of trust in the global paper based monetary system. Central banks continue to accumulate gold at historic rates, while nations such as China, Russia, and others have accelerated efforts to repatriate physical reserves. Simultaneously, new settlement mechanisms are being developed outside traditional Western hubs like London, New York, emphasizing physical delivery rather than synthetic exposure. And then a golden gift to the White House for its 250th birthday year. Wow. And this was posted yesterday, 6/29. So, policy developments in the U.S. further reinforce this theme. Judy Shelton's proposal for 50-year gold convertible treasury trust bonds, reportedly targeted for a July 4th, 2026 launch, represents a direct attempt to re-anchor sovereign debt to hard assets. Calls from political figures, including Donald Trump, for a full audit of Fort Knox reserves have added to public scrutiny. While I don't know that, why is that public scrutiny? That he wants to see if the gold is there. See, anything Trump does, people are going to hate on it, whether it's logical or not. Literally whatever he does, people are going to scrutinize it. Even just making sure that the gold is there, which we've been wanting to do for a long time anyways. But I don't know. So, while legislative efforts such as Gold Reserve Transparency Act aim to formalize ongoing verification, Treasury Secretary Bessent has also referenced monetizing the asset side of the U.S. balance sheet, a concept that implicitly raises the possibility of revaluing national gold holdings. Meanwhile, Federal Reserve research into historical gold revaluation episodes suggests that a move is no longer unthinkable within policy circles. I mean, it's going to happen eventually. It has to, unless we're going to just completely jump ship and do some like digital CBDC something, some stable coin or whatever, USDC, which is US dollar coin, or tether this peg to a dollar, or whatever, Ripple, even whatever it is. If we're just going to completely jump ship, just throw some stable coin out that's backed by physical gold, not exchangeable for it, of course, but it's backed by it, still within probably a promise. I don't know though. Or we could go this route. So capital's already moving. Institutional capital flows reflect the same shift. Large funds are increasing allocations to physical gold, while alternative reserve frameworks, including the newly established strategic Bitcoin reserve under the Western or the American Reserve Modernization Act of 2026, indicate a broader transition towards hard and semi-hard assets. There's actually another article I found, a 52% coincidence. I think not, or something like that. Bitcoin and silver are bleeding in near perfect sync. I think it's pretty interesting. Both almost in sync of the of what their decline is. I don't know if that's coincidence either, but there are a lot of similarities between cryptocurrency and precious metals as they are both detached from a centralized system. So, anyways, let's keep moving on. So, not a prediction, a positioning. In this context, the Mint's $20,000 coin may not be a prediction, but a signal. Yada yada. I don't like that. So, the silver undercurrent, silver long overshadowed, sits precisely that position. If gold's revaluation becomes policy rather than speculation, the implications will extend far beyond a single commemorative coin or options trade. It would mark a fundamental shift in how value is defined, measured, and trusted. And this reminds me, I heard rumors that on July 4th, Trump is going to announce a $250 bill with his face on it. And hear me out. It wouldn't be that bad of an idea, honestly. You know, like they have the Zimbabwe $1 trillion bill. Over time, money gets saturated, it gets watered down, and you need more bills. Now, of course, we're going into a new digital era where everything's swipe of a card, cardless ATMs, mobile banking, Bitcoin ATMs, everything's digital, but in cash form. Like some countries, they carry their money in trash bags, weigh their money on scales at the cash register because it takes so many bills to buy whatever they want. They can't. So as this also inevitably will happen to the dollar, bigger denomination dollars makes sense. A $250 bill does make sense. If we're just logically thinking in the direction that fiat currency goes, as you need more and more dollars to buy things. So that wouldn't be too crazy to think about. But anyways, what do you guys think about that? Would you guys use them? I would probably collect them, honestly. But so not a nothing burger. And they're talking about this revaluation, calling gold revaluation. A nothing burger might feel safe, but it's also intellectually lazy. Skepticism towards political figures is warranted. Markets have been trained to roll their eyes, especially when bold numbers get thrown around. So yeah. Central banks bought roughly 15 times more gold than they officially reported. 228 tons, never reported, 93% of the total. That's pretty interesting. Makes sense. I wouldn't tell anyone if I had gold either. The answer has always been what gold? So where'd the rest go? By the way, 288 tons is a lot. It might not seem like a lot because you're just looking at the number 228, but how many ounces is 228 tons? Let's see. Let's see real quick. I just want to pull this up. I'm not even going to edit this part out. How many ounces of gold is 228 tons? Let's see. It's a lot, by the way. 200 metric tons. So, yeah. So 228 tons is 7,330,370 troy ounces. Now, that's even a lot of silver, but 7 million ounces of gold is crazy. You know, even for silver, that's a lot. But anyways, makes sense. I wouldn't tell anyone if I had the gold either. Where did the rest go? It moved quietly through trade flows, through vault reallocations, through channels that do not require press releases or public information. 15 times more gold is being accumulated than admitted. So yeah. Here we go. More story by silver. When gold moves, it always brings her little sister along. When silver slingshots past gold, it reminds me of an old golfing joke from the 1990s. My playing partner in Albuquerque, Charles Weiss, would outdrive me and then quietly say with a confident chortle, Linda Ronstadt. A playful nod to Blue Bayou because its drive blew past mine. The meaning is simple, powerful. Gold leads, silver follows, and then silver often roars past and steals the spotlight. That is very true. Anyways, folks, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Like I said, there was a lot that we covered, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Maybe learned something. What do you guys think about the potential $250 bill? What do you guys think about all of this? I mean, there's so much happening. I would love for you guys to throw your thoughts out there, even on just a few of these, these things that potentially could happen. I mean, there's a lot of speculation in this video, but there are some facts as well, so let's see. I guess we will see in a couple of days on July 4th. So yeah, anyways, folks, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Thank you so much for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.
If you're looking to buy physical gold or silver from a trusted dealer with competitive pricing, email Miles Franklin at info@milesfranklin.com. Make sure you let them know Slayer sent you, because his audience gets access to a special price sheet that they don't advertise publicly.